I'm Mrs. Schilling, Mrs. Coleman. We're here from the guidance department to talk to you about your transcript and credit checklists. So your RAP teacher should have passed out to you your transcript and a credit checklist that looks like this. And they may have just given you a folder, which if they did that, then you'll need to go into that folder and find these two items, because this is what we're going to be talking about this morning. So we'll give you a few minutes to get that done, a few seconds actually. Okay, so what we're going to be wanting you to do is we are wanting you to fill out your checklist, to check out your transcript and to make sure that you are on the right path to ensuring that you're going to graduate on time. So this is an example of a senior transcript. So this has got a lot of information on it. It's going to have freshman, sophomore, and junior year. And then it's also going to have ACT scores if you have taken the ACT. So a lot of information on a senior transcript. 10th grade, you're only going to have your freshman classes on there and so forth. The other thing we want you to look at is in progress on here. It'll show you what classes you have that you're currently taking. So what you need to do is you need to get your little checklist here, and you want to go through your transcript and mark off the things that you have completed. It's really important that, for example, if you are a junior and you do not have an English 10 credit, that you let your guidance counselor know. That's what we're trying to avoid, is that you being a senior and then realizing that perhaps you haven't had a class that you need to graduate that is required. So it's really important that you take the time to really study your transcript, compare it to the checklist, and fill this out so that you are on the right path. A couple of things we want to point out, which we tried as best we could to get as much information on this checklist so there's not as many questions. But the one thing we wanted to point out is for science, for example, you need 3 credits. One has to be biology, another one would be a physical science, which could be ICP, chemistry, or physics, and then a third additional science, which could be environmental science,
forensic science,
or anatomy. So there's some options there. So that's the thing you want to definitely be looking for. Another thing that kind of throws some kids off, and quite honestly throws us off at times in the guidance office, is the fine arts credit, because AP Euro would count for your fine arts credit. A third language would count for your fine arts credit. So those are the things we want to make sure. So for example, if you took AP Euro, you're going to check off your world history credit as well as your fine arts credit, because it does count for both. What am I missing?
Math. Like sometimes students get confused about math, thinking that if they already have 4 math credits that they don't need to take one their senior year. You always have to take a math, no matter how many you have. You might have 8 math credits, but you still have to take a math every year that you're in high school. So just don't get confused by that.
So the goal behind this is that you all are taking responsibility in your graduation requirements. We try as a guidance department to double check and double check, but ultimately it really is your responsibility. And now that we're putting this into your hands and we're giving you the time and RAP to sit down and go through this, our hope is that you're going to catch those things. Another important thing is if you take something over the summer, either through the district or through us here at Ryle, you want to look for that on your transcript. So if you took PE and health the summer of your freshman year, let's say, and you're now a senior and it's not on your transcript, you need to come see your guidance counselor so that we can find that information and get it on the transcript. Those are the things that we're really looking for, because mistakes are made. And we need to make sure that you get what you have taken and what you deserve to have on that transcript. So it's really important that you do that as well.
Yeah, it's really important that you do this, because nothing is worse than realizing your senior year that you are missing something that you really need, and it prohibits you from maybe doing a special program or another class that you really wanted to take. So just make sure that you're really looking at this, checking it thoroughly, just to make sure that you have what you need so that you can do the programs or the classes that you want to do as you get to your senior year.
Okay, and this is also another great opportunity for you to plan ahead. We know it's only August, but before we know it, it will be February scheduling time. So these are the things you want to think about. Like if you are going to be a senior next year and you still don't have that fine arts credit, you don't have it now, then you have to make sure that you sign up for that for next year. So you're not going to take these. You're going to put these back in your folder. And give them back to your rap teacher. This is going to be an ongoing record for them as well. But if you're sitting in your classroom right now and you're saying something's not right, at some point in the next day or two, you need to stop by guidance and talk to your guidance counselor. Thank you.
That's
Have
it.
a good day.
Bye-bye.